Is that back, guys? Is that back? Is that back? Is that back? I can't see. Oh my gosh, OBS. You guys there? Stuck. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Sorry, guys. OBS completely crashed. I don't know what went on there. And I didn't know because it was showing me that I was still live. Apologies. Yeah, so that short just came in. Obviously, I've missed it trying to fix OBS for you all. It's just not my friend today. NQ and the market not being my friend today. And tech issues. Now I've got to be careful of a real tilt trigger because this is these are what put me on tilt when I get tech issues and miss stuff on top of everything else. But yeah, if you took that into the edge of here on the refail, here's your 2 leg that we always look for. 1, 2, and I think you've got unfinished business down here, right? So your target really is new lower day in 450s, but you should be TP1 here like we talked about. And then you see what we can get. I know, Peter. It's it's mean sometimes, and it's just straight mean. I call this whole thing out, and then we get tech issues for it, just to make it, you know, extra fun. Yeah, totally contorted. It's all right. If I have a flat day, I have a flat day. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the end of the world. If it will feel like a big miss. Maybe if a pop-up fails here, it would give me the opportunity to play. But I want to be careful because we're into volume again now. So this is TP1, would have been here. But if a pop-up here fails, might give me the opportunity to play downside. But I want to be very, very careful because we're trading worst location of the day now. Correct, contorted. Exactly. It's not the end of the world. There's more trading sessions ahead. If we hold volume here and we go into rotation between these 2 levels, it's going to be awful. This is what we don't want to do. But I think we're probably going to see 450s today. If they're going to protect previous day value area low again, it's going to be awful. It's just going to be another day of rotation back and forth. But I expect downside pressure at the moment based on what we've done today. This is your first bounce, this move here to sell into. Remember, lots of sellers would have been on the sidelines like me waiting for this kind of move, peak above, look below, and then now I should be in a sell from 40s, basically. TP1 here, TP2 here, TP3 down into here. So let's just see. And the last lot of buyers got stuck at 16s. So as long as we're below sort of, what was the high of them? 16s to 23s. As long as 16 to 23 stays heavy, I think short rotation can continue if you did take that short. I think there's more sell side coming here. I really do. But we'll see. It doesn't have to. We're into volume. Location's gone. But I think there is a trade lower. So here we go. If they break this, then you're looking for previous day value area low, and then you're going to look for 450s really. Previous day low is 470s, but I think you trade through that because there's too much liquidity hanging out below. What a pain. OBS, you absolute bugger. Of all the days and all the times to do it, could it have timed it any worse for me? Yeah, I think it's coming here, folks. I think you're going to get it. All of the mag in a big sell. I think you're going to get it. It's a matter of time, I would say, until they wash down. And it could be violent when they do it. It really could. It's coming. It's coming. They're trying to protect this, but yes, I don't think they're going to be successful. If you don't miss trades due to your teaching or go into the toilet, then then this. I know. It's all right. think new lows are coming here, folks. I think any pop's going to be sold into. I think any pop will be sold into. I think you're going to get new lows. There you go. They're trying to sell through this. Once you break this lower day, it's going to get really nasty. So looking for value area low if you're trading from yesterday. All right, this is your next TP. Or as soon as you snap this, you should get this, and then I think a rotation down to here becomes possible. But again, the location for the short was a 2-leg pullback into here. Look above, fail. We left buyer's trap there. Then you get the flush. That's your short trigger right here. I don't want to be short down here while we build out volume, even though my bias is lower. My location now is not good, is it? Unfortunately. So, poor old Alex. He's not poor, but he is old. I better get rid of... I tried to open up another stream, so I better delete that to make sure no one's on the wrong one. Did any of you get it? I mean, I did have you... This is the good thing, right? Where everyone's like, at least I'm not here only telling you when it happens. I had you prepared for it. I've lost all the stream though. Half the stream's missing now, unfortunately. It is what it was. We were up at like 270 people. We've got 100 now. Never mind. Never mind. Squeezing back up then, back into these VWAPs. I think every pop is probably sold into this morning. Your range is getting small here. So 55, like 100 points rotation. I think every pop's probably sold into here. What happened? OBS crashed. Yeah, so the system that I use for streaming crashed, basically. That's what happened. I feel old then, Richard. I'll put it that way. I feel old. You're starting to see every pop sold into still. Any move up's probably a bit of a squeeze that's sold into. Until they reclaim value from previous day, until we bid above previous day's value area high, I think this is a short continuation lower. Simple as that. If they reclaim previous day value area high, it's a different ball game because we're going to leave this volume and leave this volume. But this is a rotation between here. I think the target is down here. So best shorts up here. Best shorts up here. That's your location for a short. Reclaim that. No more shorts. But until then, I think they're looking to complete this move. Whether they can do it or not is another thing, but I think that's what they're trying to do. Nvidia still selling here. MAG still all red. And I would expect a new H1 low. Yeah, I think it comes. I think it comes. If you trade MNQ, will you always chart the NQ? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to chart off NQ. Most of the volume or all the volume is traded on NQ. The levels on MNQ will always be off. You want to chart NQ. You want to trade off NQ but execute on MNQ. Okay, this feels like they're building out a new bear flag to move lower to me, but we'll see. So it's the worst location possible, unfortunately. This is what I'm left with. Absolute poop. I'm left with poop. If they hold this, it would be a first high low, but we'll just rotate in this value area, 100-point value area range. It's flipping awful. Buyers keep getting caught trying to squeeze us out here. I don't think they win this battle. Take care, Tonio. Hopefully you had a good day. Sorry, I haven't really been able to catch up with the stream and the chat. Hopefully you had a good day. Okay, come on, market. Get on with it now. Think we get new lows here. Come on. Stop fanning around, market. Here they come. They're trying to sell through. They are attempting to sell through here. Once these bulls give up and stop out, it will get nasty. Until that point, you just got to sort of manage your the trade that you have on if you took the short that I gave you before the stream cut out. Lots of volume being built here. You're at point of control. This is now fair value on the day, right? This is the point at which we traded the most volume. This is where buyers and sellers agree on price at the moment. So terrible location to enter a new position is what I'm saying. We want to enter when we're in imbalance, i.e. up here. I do think these are your TPs, folks. All right, if you're in this here, here, and here, these are the TPs. If you're in this, that's what I'd be looking for. If you're in this from up here, managing this position, I'd be looking for this rotation down. And I would imagine it will match up with a fib quite nicely. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So a measured move out of this will get you to the 60s. And we were looking for 50s for the liquidity snap. So yeah, just manage expectations. You're into the low side of the range, but as long as you've taken a partial, no reason to take the rest off. I think you can just leave your stop break even. Market slowing down now. If they go in rotation the rest of the day, it's going to be awful. If this is their plan for the rest of the day, I can't do anything with it. I don't think that's their plan, but if that's what they end up doing, I will get 0 trades all day long. Okay, squeezing out here. Back towards the VWAPs. Every pop still being sold into. They can drift way higher if they want to fill sellers back up towards the top of that range again. NQ creating a higher low? I mean, possibly, but I would just call it internal range right now. All right, here's the low. All right, here's the drive up. This is all internal. All of this is internal. All right, nothing bullish until above here. Bears looking to rotate down. We can just build liquidity for that if they're looking for it. All right, I wouldn't say you're bullish until we reclaim everything up here like I've talked about all morning. I wouldn't call this necessarily a higher low yet. All right, it's just building out of liquidity. It may end up being one, but you haven't had a break above value yet. This is just a joke how bad this day has been for me. I'm trying to remain calm inside. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm absolutely fuming at the cards I've been dealt today. That push sold into again into that 20s. So we've got an imbalance 20 to sort of 35-ish, like we talked about before, right, where we sold through really aggressively, 20 to 35. Bulls reclaim that, then they've got a shot. But I think all the time those levels are being protected. I don't think they've got a hope in hell. They are trying. go. Sellers coming back on the tape. They want new low of day. I'm telling you, every pop they want to sell into at the moment. They want a new low of day. It's just whether they're going to be given it. That is what they want. They want previous day value area low. They want previous day low. They want the old New York low. Here we go. Sellers trying to step back on the tape here. If buyers don't absorb this, this is where it can get nasty. Here come the sellers stepping on the tape. Point of control down here now. Oh, it's just awful. Every part of me wants to slam short, and I'm like, we're at point of control at lower day on volume. You can't, Alex. You can't. You just can't. You might want to, but you can't. Volume coming in here buy side. This is going to be a no trade day for me. I can already feel it. It's going to be an A+ trade or an A scenario trade and a no trade day. I can already feel it. Every part of me wants to put like 5 contracts slam short. That's how I know I'm on tilt. Or not on tilt, but like pissed off. I'm not on tilt because I'm controlling it, but annoyed. Sellers, if you get through POC, if you get through this edge here, it's going to puke, right? This is where they want to come. I'm telling you, it's where they want to come. They're trying. They are desperately trying here to get some follow through. Back to POC. Once you let go of this shelf and buyers give up, it's stop run back down. Big battle here. Buyers know that if they don't hold this, they're in big trouble. So they're trying desperately to absorb what they can. Sellers in again here. Single prints again. You just need one big seller to just go, fuck off, boom, and this thing is night-night. Right at POC. I'm trying very hard here not to participate. Did I catch a reversal yesterday? I'm trying to remember which was yesterday. Yes, we did. The longs. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're going to see a wash. It's a matter of time. I think it is a matter of time until this thing is stuck. And let's go. Buyers trying again to hold off Pete on the volume on point of control. So just manage your position. If you're still in this, you can just keep managing it. I'm not going to trade at all. I'm just being honest about like what's going on inside me, like the anger inside me. Don't get my short this morning. Don't get this easy trade here, which I wait for because of the stream. Now I'm going to have to watch this probably go to previous day lows without me when it's ready. VIX starting to look good here. If VIX can break out, it's starting to curl. It looks good for a breakout here. ES about to go red on the day as well. So you're going to get this move if they all line up together. If ES fails to hold this PDC level, you're going to get this move. This is what I'm talking about. And once these bulls let go, it can get very nasty. All right. Once these bulls let go, very nasty because the draw is down here. The market wants to move lower. Every pop's being sold into. So this looks great, guys. If you're in this, like, I'm really happy for you. Fuck Alex, doesn't matter. He can just teach you how to trade and get nothing thanks to OBS. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh. I'll send an invoice, guys, yeah? I'll send an invoice. All right. You can TP1 here, but I think we're coming down here and down here, folks. Previous day low is where they really want, and the New York low below at 450s. 450s is what they really want to do. All right, 450 is what they really want to do. It's all right, Tyson. It's just, look, it's just trading. It's, fuck it. Pardon my French, just money. It's tech, right? What are you going to do? I've got to stick to my rules, because what happens if I don't stick to my rules? Even though I felt like this was, I said to you, this is internal, being built out to move lower. If I don't stick to my rules and I take a short here, right, and I'm wrong, where have I got a risk? I'm going to get squeezed right out, right? The short location's here. This is looking better and better and better. This is where we want to go, guys. You're going to get it. I'm going to go and get a coffee while you guys will become millionaires from me telling you what's happening. I'll be right back. Are you there yet? Oh, you're fucking there. Well, congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. Oh, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I just see in Discord, you guys saying Dodgy is trying to claim that it's his student is #1 of the Tradeify competition, which is a lie, because Presley is Coop's kid who learnt with me. So I'm not going to call Dodgy out. Dodgy can say what he wants. He's fucking nice. Pardon. I've got to stop swearing. These young bucks claiming stuff to do sales. Let's just say that. These young bucks claiming stuff to do sales. Silly, isn't it? Oh, well. Okay, so you can see this blue level. I still think lower, guys. But you're starting to see reaction from level to level. So if we keep rejecting up here now, this volume that we've just created. All right. We've got a slight reaction in front of this, but if we trade back under here, this is where we're coming. Previous day low, this is a New York low from yesterday. So this is a liquidity pull down here. I'd expect that to get smashed, because why? That creates max pain for bulls. If we, again, go to the higher time frame, what's the market's job? Make sure everyone loses. If you are a long swing trader, all right, if you bid off this in New York on Monday, which we did, by the way, we bid that up, and you bid off this again yesterday, and you go, oh, it's a higher low. Okay, if you're swing long, guess what happens when we do this? You get knocked out, liquidated, and then probably market makers buy it back from down here if they want to buy it back, right? So we're coming in to liquidate the bulls to then probably do the move later if it wants to do it. The only unknowns right now are, the CPI print, whether we actually get that or not, whether the government actually go back to work. Or we should say when they actually go back to work, because they've agreed to go back to work, but when does it happen? Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry, team. He's having a nightmare, isn't he, today? He's ruffled. He's absolutely ruffled. Yeah, Coop's son's been #1 pretty much the whole time. So Presley has always pretty much taken failed breakouts on reversals and holds for big moves. Yeah, it's whatever, man. So starting to see a reaction here. Back to volume. If they reclaim volume, squeeze is possible. It is possible. If they've been undervalued, this was previous day's value. I still don't think they've completed the move. I still think they want to come down here. But if they're adamant on saving it, they would need to reclaim this here, find bullish structure over this, and then come back above here. And really, the bigger squeeze will only happen once you reclaim previous day value area high, which you're not seeing right now. You are not seeing that. Any attempt to go high has been sold into. Yeah. Waiting for VIX, previous day high, and MO not too far, classic move. VIX, previous day high is quite a way away, no? Let me have a look. It's not even showing it, but yes, I'm guessing you're looking at that pivot into sort of 18s. Why is it not showing it on here? There we go. I've got it selected. Yeah, into 18s. I see what you're looking at, Peter. Alex, what do you think of the hammer candle that was just created on the 5 minute? Good excess. Good transition of delta. Buyers have definitely stepped in here. So I would say sellers got caught under 37s based on volume. And buyers stepped in from 37s to 45s, and we're starting to try and take control or print higher. So yeah, starting to look a lot more bullish. But again, we're just back to this volume range where we chopped, right? So, right, here's your volume range. Like we said, return back in here. I still think they want to go down here, but they will prove me wrong if they start to bid and hold above volume. If they hold above here, we're going to do a rotation, right, through this thin volume back up to here again. This is all you're playing with right now, all right? I'd say most of it is, well, most of it is here, isn't it? This is your range right now. And we're just trading to level to level, level to level, level to level, level to level. Shorts are in control still, all right? This created this, or actually this created this. But if you see a reclaim of this, then we can use liquidity to move higher. Hasn't done it yet. I'm starting to see a bit of flattening out of flow zones and stuff, but we haven't done it yet. If they're going to look for that big reversal off the bottom of the range. If we zoom out, this is literally a carbon copy of the last 2 days, isn't it? So where's Monday? Friday, Monday. Sorry, here we go. Okay, so Monday, sell the open, New York low. This is why it's green box. Squeeze up. Tuesday, sell the open, protect Monday low, squeeze up. Wednesday, sell the open. Do they protect Monday, Tuesday low and sell up? I don't think they do. I think we take them out. That's what I think we do. But if they're going to do carbon copy, then here's your demand and here's your demand, and they're going to squeeze back out. The difference is now they would have to get through these for that to become available. It's possible. I'm not going to rule it out. They've done it every other day this week. In a rotating market, we can't rule out that move. It's why I said I do not want to play in the auction that we've had for the 2 days. The best plays come outside. Let me just like clean this up for you. Where's the easy money made? Liquidity grab. Look above. All the bulls think, oh, we're going all-time highs. Do you know how many people I saw saying that on social media this morning? You want to buy the 61% fib for a rotation up when we've not liquidated anyone. You're a psychopath. The easy money was weighed on the look above and fail. All right, that's the easy money. That's why I wanted to play short side today. Think about everyone involved in here. Did they get stop run? Did they? No. Now we've liquidated all of them other than these two guys. I think we want to liquidate these guys. It's just they might save it for later in the week. We don't know. Maybe a reprice, maybe back down to here. Maybe this becomes a little head and shoulders and we break down later in the week. All these things are available. What I know, the only thing I know is that in here we have an insane amount of volume. And this becomes very hard to trade in because if sellers join late, all right, just think about the psychology of this. If sellers join late looking for this move, everything I said I'm not willing to do, if they join late, they get squeezed out. If buyers join late trying to bid above here and they get stopped out, we come back inside, which means what? We keep doing this. All right, we keep doing this until it's got all the liquidity built out for the next move. This up here was a liquidity grab, yeah, versus this. All right, it would have to bid above that for 900, but like I said, that's the worst location to be buying. Best location to be buying is probably down here, to be honest. All right, think about this. All right, that's probably a better location to be buying. And that's probably what the market makers want. They probably want it down there, get rid of the weak hands, force a sell, and if they're going to bid it, they're going to bid it from the lows when everyone's been shaken out. All right, so we still, look where we are. We just said same thing. I still think bears are in control, and we can keep seeing this and this and this while they build it out. My bias remains that I think we want to come and take out the edge of this box. That's what I think we want to do. The timing on it is going to be what's hard. Alex, do I watch weekly expected moves? We nearly slammed right into the upper side of that this morning. I don't measure them. Are you measuring them out based on previous week's ATR and stuff? Or are you looking at the put and call wall? I don't use either of those, but I do look at the bolds and stuff like that. And I do look at projections based on standard deviations using fibs and things like that. But I don't use the put and call, and I don't use the ATR for it. But they do work well. It's just not something that I've ever done. Okay, so back into this same level. Buyers will try and hold here because we have delta. Look at the delta. All right, buyers are going to be successful. Delta's caught offside under here. So buyers will need to protect this initial balance for the rotation because sellers are caught under here. Buyers will want to protect them to use and to rotate. If they fail to do that, guess what? We just keep moving lower. My bias is to move lower. The location is awful now. Buyers trying to hold that level. Oh, dearie me. Sellers trying to be aggressive here. We've lost prime location, though. Initial balance here. So IB now printed. How big is that IB? It's pretty big. 219 points. I just don't see how I'm going to get a trade. Back to IB. Right. Sellers are stuck under here, but if we sell through this, we are going to make new lows. Remember, I think they want 450s, but location's gone. I think they want 450s. That's the game. We've just rejected this level again. This volume's been rejected again. If they can trade under this and complete the move, this is the target all the way down here. That's what they want to do. Whether they can do it or not is another thing, but that is what they are attempting to do. You're starting to see some sellers trying to be aggressive here and not succeed. If sellers don't get a new low of day here, then you have twice moving into 60s and below that buyers are protected. And this was an old imbalance that was filled down here. So I don't know. My bias is lower, but I'm not in it because the location's gone. But my bias remains lower, to be honest, folks. Mag's selling very, very heavy. So back to this key level. If they get through this key level, this is your IB here, right? Big level. Can they sell through and get a new lower day, or are they just going to auction off this? We have had a new H1 low like we talked about. That was what I thought this H1 would do. How long we got left? 10 minutes. How many of you are still in this and holding? I mean, all the time it's rejecting, you've got a chance. So unfortunately, you do have Delta caught down here, but main bias remains all the way down here. All the way down here is where I think they want to go to inflict. If they're going to inflict max pain, they don't have to do it today, but if they're going to do it today, that's what I think. Initial balance key. Hit first TP, got run a break even, so I'm out. Holding for the Hail Mary below 380. Woof. That's a long way down. 450, definitely. It's 380. 450 seems probable. Where's 380? What's that level? Why 380? Trying to see that on an H1. I can see pivots above that, and I can see pivots below it. Or is that just a projected position? Holding previous day value area low again there, tapping into it. I think the sell's coming. Here you go. Like I said, I think the sell's coming. I think 450 is coming, folks. I really do. I think you're going to get your 450s. And welcome to trading with flow zones and reading order flow and understanding what they want to do and why. Like I said, no reason to be a bull. I think every pop's going to be sold into until we hit that target. Stats of past trade. Okay, oh, it makes sense. Hold it then. I think 450s is coming for sure. I think you're going to see 450s. VIX is coming up, starting to get those higher highs, higher lows, starting to really start to get motoring here. Market's turning red. I think you will get it. If once you snap this, these are the targets, right? Bottom of the green box. Here's your previous day low. Here's old value. All right, so this is what we're bidding off, old value from Monday. But slice through that and we liquidate all this. And I would not have a new position under that. I'd be like down to anything under here is a complete bonus. Right, so bang, bang, bang. Right, profit, profit, profit. Any lower, who knows? But this, low-hanging fruit in my mind. You've just got to hold on. Got in at 589, waiting for a breakout of IB. Well, you've got it now. 589 on one of these pops. Yeah, rejection of here. I mean, that's really nice. Who is it that said that? Full forward. That's really good trading. I mean, it's really good. There's your volume all the time. They're failing to print above that volume. Remember, bulls want that. If they cannot get that, they remain stuck in it. Every single time that they reject this volume shelf here, 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 you can sit in the short. If you were short from here, you can sit in the short. If you're adding to it here, fine. For me now, I know, based on what's going up here, I can't be trading today. I already know that. All right, not because the setups aren't there. It's because miss number one. All right, Alex wanted to be short when everyone else wanted to be longs. Straight puke at the open. Alex waits for a reprice into short. Doesn't come. Straight puke out. Alex is very patient, waits for a rebid up for a two-leg pullback to short. OBS crashes. Alex misses that. So what's he left with? Worst location on the day to get down to here. He can't play now because I already told you, every part of me is saying slam 5 contracts short. So the fact that that is even entered my brain tells me you're not allowed to trade anymore, Alex. You are done for the day. And I will sit here and help you as much as I can. But I have to be very careful when I've missed 2 good trades and had a tech issue. There we go. Who's in here? Who have I missed? Hey, Bella, what's going on? Welcome, Bella. We had a stream crash today. We had everyone else making money when Alex's stream crashes. It was fun. Hope you're doing well, Bella. When are you getting here, Bella? You're in LA soon, right? Yeah, no worries, Q. I just know, man. I just know. Like, I can't. I just know me. I will end up entering in the worst location, oversized, because I'm pissed off that it didn't give me the entry I wanted, and I'll end up hurting myself. There's no point. There's no point. That you guys have nailed it. Nailed it. We can't do anything about that morning one. Like, I mean, how am I going to enter here? That's not enough of a reprice. Anything up into there, I would have slammed it. But it didn't give it. So this is just one of those days. It's okay. Just be careful. I still think lower. My bias is still, and my bias remains here until we've taken it. Right. This is what we're seeing right now structurally. Right. It's possible if they don't have enough balls caught in this for this move down. What can they do? They can come and attract balls in up here and then come back for it later in the day. They can definitely do that. Just be careful. This is why you don't want to be short near the lows, right? If they want to attract balls in and then use them to go lower, they can. But at the moment, structurally, if you were short here, you are good. You are good to go. You can keep holding for it. Remember, this was low-hanging fruit 1, previous day value area low. I think we can trade lower. That's better when you know and you stick to the plan. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. Have to stick to the plan. You would have seen some of the shorts that I do. You have to stick to the plan. The plan is everything. Otherwise, you're trading blind. Can't be doing that. There we go. This is pre-market. Gaps both sides. Technically, we have an outside day. Be very, very careful if it's a FBO met with sellers and setting a strong lower high. It's into the golden zone fib. That's me telling them. I think this is probably likely to be short. Bulls will need to prove they can hold previous day value area high for me to be interested. If we continue to break without any back testing, I'll have to watch the tape. If we lose location preference, there's possibly a counter trend back down to old ranges. That's what you're seeing right now. I don't like the volume inside there for the rotations as there's so much volume there right now. It will get choppy back down unless there's a major news event and we slice through, which is what we're seeing. So downside pressure continues, 450 continues. That is what you're looking for. No, I'm talking minis. Yeah, I'm talking minis. I'm wanting to hammer shorts is where my head's at. All right, bathroom break for me. You know what that means. 450 is coming up. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Almost. Another 100 points. Another 100 points and you're there. What a shame, man. That was so many... We had so many traders on stream this morning. It was really good. And then that happens. What a shame. Thanks, Troy. Yeah, it's a shame. We had everyone here this morning. We could have had a big, big day together, done some big giveaways, made loads of money, and OBS just completely crashed out of the blue. Never mind. All right, that last drive up, we caught some buyers at the highs there. The delta at the highs there. They're trying to pair them off at the moment. I'm not really interested in anything right now. I want to be careful because we are starting to see compression. All right, if they need to attract bulls in to go lower, right, then they're going to squeeze out, let bulls come chasing in here, stop out the shorts, and then they're going to pair off the aggressive buys. Remember, if you're short here and you get stopped out, market order buy, you'll get breakout buyers coming in, and then they pair them off with passive selling, and then we rotate, which is why this location down here to be short is not ideal. And you can see the volume up here is where we've got very, very thick. But we are starting to auction lower and lower. So if you all you got to do is just manage your position. Just manage your position and you are golden. All right, you're golden. Lower prices incoming, folks. I'll give you a readout on the mag. Tesla 2.15% down, Nvidia 0.38% down, Microsoft 1.07% down, Meta 2.80% down, Google 2.05% down, Amazon 1.74% down, Apple relative strength 0.42% down, still down relative strength. AMD 8.82% up. Am I going to regret selling 80% of my position in AMD at those highs we had? Hopefully not. I'm still up 63% on that trade, which is nice. We'll see. Most of my size now in Apple, and I haven't added because we haven't had any major pullback. Apple had relative strength for the last few weeks, holding highs. Remember yesterday, highest close print we've ever had. Targets hit, past 5 TPT accounts today. Now I have to microflip for 2 days. Thanks, Alex. Everyone have a blessed day. Hey, Coop, what do we say? You'd be back. No big deal at all. Good work, buddy. Love it. Absolutely love it, mate. Just now, all you got to do, take your time, get above. I'm guessing you're trading the 50Ks. Get above that 2K mark and then let them ride. Get in the habit then of when you take trades, just letting them ride, because you will just take daily payouts every day and it feels bloody good. Really, really good. So if anyone else is interested, my code for TPT, they are one of my favorite people to trade with. Code FlowZone will get you 40% off and no activation fee. Code FlowZone for TPT. And I have done a video on them recently on YouTube. You can see me passing and taking payouts daily, which is exactly what I'm still doing every week. That was all buy side at those lows. There was no sellers down there. So has the auction finished because they don't want to sell anymore? I would struggle to believe that right now. Let's see. Hopefully I've got all you guys green at the very least. Hopefully you guys have all made money today. That's all that matters, really. Take care, Peter. How long we got left? 50 minutes left. Relief will come outside of this. I still expect that relief to be sold into. Personally, I don't think you are bullish unless you get over here. It's simple as that. You've got to get above previous day value area and leave everyone here exposed. You're not seeing that right now. This is a short continuation setup. Any pop is likely to be sold into. It can be an aggressive squeeze out pop, but it's likely to be sold into. There is no bullish rotation unless you're above previous day value area high, in my mind. Cannot see how or why that would happen. Maybe, but market's been heavy. Market's been heavy. I remember if we come down here, if we stay down here, we're going to have a B-shaped profile. All right, so we're going to go into balance day. It's a weird looking balance day, but balance day failed. B-shaped profile, which means what? Probably the end of the uptrend. Unless we gap up over the B, probably downside pressure. If we stay down here the rest of the day. If we stay down here. But yeah, a B-shaped profile after a trend up, which is what we have this week, is normally the signal of the end of that auction higher. But we'll see. We're a long day left. There is a long day left. Alex, at what point does TPT convert you to Pro, Plus, and Live? $20,000. I don't think it's even per month. Once you've made 20K from I'm not sure if it's one account or multiple accounts, they will convert you to Live, and then you normally get an email. They used to. I don't know what the deal is at the moment, but even if you pass an eval after that, so you blow up, if you pass an eval, they move you straight into Live. They don't put you into sim funded anymore. Still feels heavy here. My bias is still for a move lower here. I will maintain that. There's no reason for me to think about any upside in this market. I think we're moving to 450s, and any upside is going to get sold into. They can squeeze out a little bit, but I think any upside gets sold into because 450s is where they want to go. Downside pressure, more downside pressure. Here you go. There you go, folks. 450s incoming, telling you. 500s on the book, 450s is incoming. That's where they want to go. Well done if you're holding this and managing it. Congratulations. You look good. You have got a bid at 500, that whole number, but I don't think, I mean, you might hesitate there, but I don't think that's what it's looking to do. I think 450s is what it's looking to do, like I've said all day. Here you go. You're welcome. So a little bit of a bid in front of 500. You can see these guys stacked up here on the book, but I think they probably get sold into. You're welcome, Daniela. No worries. All right, this level down here is where they want to come to. This is Monday's New York low is why I'm looking at that 450 level. It's 453, but previous day low you can just call it 480, 453. Those would be my final targets. Anything below that is an absolute blessing. All right, it's an absolute blessing if you go below that. But I'd say once you break this 25,500, and I think you will break it because they're just limit ordering there, and I think they will pull their order and get very scared as we approach it, and I think you get a snap. There you go. So they're starting to pull the orders like we just talked about. Oh, one guy is actually trying to hold up here. I think you get sold through, my friend. There you go, selling through him. So if you want to take a TP here, you can. I'm fairly confident we're going to move lower, but you know, there's nothing wrong with locking in profits if you haven't locked any in already. And again, I gave you this call out from when my stream went down, right? So you should be in from 640. If you get to 450s, that will be a 200-point trade. Show me other YouTubers giving this stuff out for free. Here's the 500s. Once you snap that, you might get it in one flush. So I would potentially have a wish order out either here or here in case what you might do is get a quick liquidation and they might come straight back up. So I would leave a limit out here for a fill. Yeah, VIX through 18, previous day high. Quite right, Jesse. Nice curl on the VIX, and it's got room now. You know, if we start holding a bid above here on the VIX, right, then I'd be watching for a trade all the way up into sort of 1830s and 1860s. And obviously, the higher the VIX goes, the more risk off we go on these markets. Right, the higher the VIX goes, the more risk off we go in the markets. Awesome, Cozzy, great work. Yeah, great work, everyone that did this. You entered at 10:15, right where my stream went down. Yeah, around here. Yeah, this is the entry. 2-leg pullback, sold into volume. There's your shelf, protected previous day point of control and value. There's the sell. There's the entry. And if I'd taken that entry, to be honest, I would have been adding on these pops here for this move and covering the lows. And I'd still be looking for this here. I think you will get it. I think you will get it. What a shame. It's actually been a really good stream today. It's a shame. The stream crash is the best indicator. Oh, you might be right. At the moment, it looks like it, doesn't it? There you go. So you might just be very, very cautious here. Whole number here. Strong selling at these lows. They will need to see follow through to the downside, all right? If they don't see that, there is a little squeeze potential to reprice back up to 37. So as always, just manage your own position, your book effectively. But I think there's potential to move lower. Do I think NAS will wait for the ES to get to previous day low? Well, we're almost there now, so I doubt it. Let me have a quick look at ES. ES has got a long way to go. NAS is going to take it. ES, no guarantee it takes it. It's a long way away. NAS is going to take it. Well, I'm not going to say going to. There's a high probability that the Nasdaq takes out previous day low and 450. I would say there's much less of a probability that ES does it based on that chart. It's a long, long way away from previous day low. Like I said, you might see a squeeze up here, and how they act here is what matters. Did this guy get caught? How big was he? 143 lot. So a little of a rebalance back up. Back into value or testing value, previous day value area low, you'd want that to stay heavy. Failing for that to stay heavy, I wouldn't really consider any more shorts at that point. You'd have to let the whole thing squeeze out violently. So you'd want them to come in and protect these levels here. If they don't protect it, then they can get right up into 600. Yep, totally, Cosy. Makes sense to me that happens. But, you know, if they don't feel like they've got enough liquidity, like we talked about, they can be quite nasty with it. They can do a move up here and then resell it back down because we have walked all day. So if they need to trap bulls in, like we talked about, they're going to use these pivots to attract bulls, short stops, any market orders, buy side, and then resell it. Ideally, they just protect this for you because then you don't have to stop out. But if they don't protect that, then a squeeze can happen. But at the moment, like I've talked about all day, I think this is target. So again, no position for me. It is what it is. I've got to deal with what I've got to deal with. Nice, Green Otter. Nice work. Nice work. time. New 15-minute bar. So look at this old 15-minute bar. Anyone offside up here? 53, 88 lot buy side. Not much above. It's not really that big at 53 either, the delta, but not really an outlier. 53, 51 and 53. I'd say that's what sellers have got to protect, sort of around there, 51 and 53. My stream's laggy. That might be your side, mate. I don't think my stream is. I think everyone else. You're having it laggy as well, Adam. That is weird. Let me check OBS. Seems okay my side. Okay. Sellers trying to hold up, hold the pressure versus previous day value area low. They still have not finished what they're trying to do. And the attempt is to move lower, but if buyers protect it, you might get a little bit of a squeeze out before lunch. The VIX did take previous day high and has traded back inside since then. Has squeeze out potential. Definitely has squeeze out potential here. So just make sure you're managing your positions. Do not be giving too much back here. Bias is lower, but like I said, if they need to move higher to trap bulls in before they do that move all the way down, they will. You do not want to be giving back 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 points, etc., etc. So if they're going to start reclaiming, remember 53s is where that delta was. If they start getting through those sort of levels, I'd be a little bit cautious. Right into it, right into previous day value area low. They need to protect that if they can complete the auction lower. Any trade back inside that. We've already reclaimed current day value area low. If we reclaim previous day value area low, guess what? We're going to go into a rotation again. Or should we the third day trading inside the same exact levels? Basically, what I'm saying is the market's not moved for 3 days if we're going to trade there. Hopefully that's not the case, but that is what we are seeing. We can only trade what we're seeing. Battlegrounds here. VIX trying to find a bid. So either you're going to get that flush to the 50s coming soon, so 50s to the 80s coming soon, or you're going to get a squeeze out and they're going to come back for it later in the day or maybe tomorrow if they really want to hold. So these 550s above you are key. Previous day's value area low 53 is the level. You're starting to see some bids try and walk this market up here. So have a look on the tape. 167 lot twice over 530. So let's see if they're legit and they actually start bidding upside here. So they're trying to force a squeeze out here. That's what they're trying to do. They might not win. That's what they're attempting to do. I'd say these 30s are key. It's where you've got just over 300 lots sat there. 53 is where it's failed numerous times. The delta's actually built up there buy side as well. It's not huge though. Bulls trying to come in here. They're trying to force the walk up. They're trying to force a squeeze out. It's just a big, big battle zone between sort of 53, 55 and 35 right now. That's your rotation. That's where they're going to battle over. Whoever wins this either gets the squeeze or gets that flush down to previous day low. That's why you don't want to be a new money position here. You're just asking for trouble. Testing that sort of trend line as well. $40 minutes left here. Big battle on the tape here. Getting very, very tight in this range. Let's see if we trade these 30s, let's see if these buyers actually try and absorb or if they pull. We're trading down to them now. Let's see if they're legit here. Here they are, straight through them, straight through the second lot. Huge selling to try and get through them there. Now, this is the decision point. If we fail through here, then we probably keep falling and you can probably hold on. But this is where they just try to absorb the tape. If these buyers, these buyers can't absorb the tape in this level where we just transacted here. We just had sell side 363 market order sales. If they get their way, we flush down. If these guys get stuck, we come right back up to those 50s again. Like I said, I don't think we've finished the objective, but it just depends whether they've got enough caught one side. It's just because I moved it away. It's a good mic. Man, sometimes the way you fucking guys talk to me pisses me off. Like, I sit here and help you, and that's your fucking attitude. Fuck off, mate. Seriously. Fucking hell, man. Thanks, Alex, for making me money. Thanks, Alex, for teaching me. Thanks. No, we're just fucking do this. Fucking hell. Ungrateful. It's not just one clown, though. It's like every day at the moment. It's every day. Honestly, I'm so close to making it private. Like, because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to deal with it. Literally, like, gift the whole day, the whole session, and read tape. Buyers don't want to quit. Yeah, I mean they're trying to get. You can see here, like if you look on the tape, they're trying to get back through the 50s. So they absorbed 30s, like we talked about. There was no follow through under 30s. There was strong selling at 30s, which got absorbed. They're trying to get back above 50s. Back above 50s, they know there's potential for a squeeze back through this volume. Right, if they can get back above 50s, there's potential squeeze up to 90s. Sellers probably come back in, back up here. Right, because you don't want to sell low, do you? Like, it just annoys me, guys. Like, you know, I've had a bad day. You know, like, I've not been in a trade all day because of what's happened tech-wise for me. And yet I sit here and teach you, and that's the attitude. Like, I don't need to be here. Like, I don't need to be here. Fucking cretins. Okay, so I'd say squeeze potential now. If they hold bids, they will try and rotate to here to complete relief. And you're going to get stops above here. You're starting to see bids above here. Sellers will come back in. They'll just want, they won't want to sell lows. They're too smart, right? So like we talked about, right? If we reclaim this, they can pop some stops in here. Once those stops get popped and they get market orders to the buy side, the wrong side of the tape, then they can resell it back down. Just annoys that out of me, man. Nice, Cozzy. Yeah. I mean, you've got to be protective, right? Like I said, just got to manage your positions. The squeeze out can happen. Buy side coming in there, getting caught into 80s. I still think they can rotate higher here. Is this point of control? Yeah. 600 POC, VWAP's above that. Probably get some failures into that where we get a bit thicker up into here, sort of 90s and above. So the higher the squeeze, the better for the actual shorts, the people who actually want to take this market lower, because the more buyers chase into here, the better, right? The more buyers chase into a squeeze out, the better, because then they can use them like they're trying to now for the force back down. All right, back into volume. Look where we failed, into volume for now. This would be the battle. If I was a buyer, I'd have let them come right up here and then slam it on their faces. That's what I would have done. Rather than let them pull back and hold. I would have let them keep squeezing, and then just slam that door on their face. I do let them get to me, though, because it's really easy for you guys to say, but I am turning up here every day for free from 5:30 a.m. my time to be talked to like I'm a fucking imbecile. Like, it's annoying. You can see I'm pissed off. Like, I don't want to be talked to like that when I'm being nice and helping. Like, I'm not some fucking clown selling you some bullshit who can't trade, being like, I'm shorting pops and covering flushes or whatever. No, I'm literally teaching you how the market makes, how it works, how it moves, how it rotates. So at least have the decency to be polite. And if you're not going to be polite, go and watch some other fucking idiot who would get you blown up. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Coming into a condensed area now. Very, very condensed. If they get relief through here, you can see the last pivot they put in. All right, so value here. If we get through here, I don't think we would stop at value. We might as well come up to 650. So we either stop here or we come right the way up to 650. It's one or the other. That's what the market will do. One or the other. So it's here or 650. In my mind, anyway. That's what I'd imagine. If we get through, like we talked about, if we get back through here and base above, then it's a long, because then we leave all this short volume trapped. That's where the long will happen. Until then, there's either a short here, or a look above and fail and a short there. Yes, you can play this counter trend squeeze up, but this level here is what's really important, the edge of previous day's value. This is what's important, because yesterday, this was a rotation. The day before, I think it was a little bit bigger. It was like this, right? So most of us today, look at our volume today, is inside this. So you've got condensed volume in here. This is 3 days worth of volume in here. Right, so I'd be playing edges until it proves otherwise, and my edge would not be bullish. I wouldn't be buying this when I think this here, if we don't take it today, we're coming for it this week. It's not going to get left there with this giant gap underneath forever. I think they will come for it. It's a question of when. Well, it's a squeeze out, Cozzy. You remember we talked about it. Look, downtrend's ended. All right. Try and think about the psychology of this. All right. Try and think about the psychology of this. Short the open. No recovery. Bounce short. That was the first short opportunity, really. All right. Flush. Walk down. Walk down. Walk down. Walk down. We're not going to short the lows. Okay. So what has to happen? Think about the wave. 1, 2, back in here, maybe a short here, maybe a short here. Okay. If they reclaim this, it's a long. All right. Why? Because we're in balance. All right. We're in balance. I'd imagine there's a short coming up soon. Everyone's got so used to the full recovery in the afternoon, right back to the highs on the balance. It wouldn't surprise me if today they go, ha ha ha, caught you looking for the same thing. So we're starting to see that rejection now. Sellers coming back on the tape here. This is what we were just talking about. Failing point of control, failing VWAP. This is probably your short opportunity now. So I am in for the first time today. Scalping some out into flow zones here because I have to stick to my rules. Where's this volume node below? So taking some into flow zones here. If we can get down to previous day value, even better. Short from POC. We caught buyers there again. Beautiful. So some buyers caught from 90 up to 94. We have a little imbalance, double imbalance above that, 95 to 600. So as long as we protect 600, I'll sit in this with runners. If we reclaim 600, I will cut it. And if they want to do a bigger squeeze out, that's absolutely fine by me. No big deal at all. They can happily do that. I have no issue with it. Buyers stuck again there, trying to force their way out. Want a bit more of a pop-up here. If we pop up and I see them get caught, I will consider scaling back into this because I'm down to small size. Because we're holding flow zones. So I have to respect that. If we're going to hold flow zones and go for a move back to 650, it's possible. I'm just looking for these buyers to get trapped for us to use them. How long till lunch? We've got time. We've got time. Maybe a second leg needed. We will see. We will see. Sellers coming back in here. Okay. Let's see. Average price now 86s. And I'll risk 600 no matter what. I'm locking in money here. It's a good hold of that same volume. What's the edge of this? It looks different to Ninja. 600, 603, there or thereabouts. Don't want to get chopped up in this range. If they need a second leg, Right, so a short from POC, covering some here, added a little bit. Happy to take this BE if I have to. If they don't protect this, then this probably happens, and that would be a second leg, and then I can think about a short there. And if we reclaim, I won't think about any shorts. I will think about longs above here on reclaims. Strong buying coming in here. Back to the imbalances that we just had on those last 3 candles. Very, very thin in here. All right, stopped out on this. Can always re-add in. Shorts are getting stopped out here. You can see it. Where is that pivot? 610. So probably get more stops popping over 610 and 630 here. Still got buyers caught over 603. They're looking for the squeeze above 610 and 628, but we've had buyers caught about 603 right now. But they're looking for relief. Nvidia gone green. Nvidia gone green. Battlegrounds here. New battleground. In that old point of control, you want to be careful here. I want to be careful here. I'm flat now. Like I said, I'm flat. I locked some money in there, but I want to be careful here. If they don't fade this, they will attempt to fade 650. But this is where we've washed back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards numerous times today. Just look left, you can see it. All right, building out volume here. If they let go of this volume, then I feel more confident that we move back for those lows, and it's just a squeeze out to be sold into. But we've got to get back under here really for conviction. So if we fail this, we will rotate back into this. If we fail this, I feel very confident we make new lows. If we hold this and build liquidity and do one of these, then we're going to come back up to here. We can think about a rotation, but then it's going against the short-term momentum, but I think it's coming soon. VIX fading back inside. That's not ideal. It's not exactly what you'd want to see here. Some sellers getting caught there on that low. How much size? Not too bad. All right, I'm going to be right back. Okay, I think it's looking good for downside. So if you're in this off that squeeze out like we talked about, Value becomes important here if they hold value. Once they let go of that, I think you come back for these 450s. All right, so just a squeeze out. This level here becomes key, like we talked about. If they hold this level, you want to be careful. All right, but if they let go of this and allow that rotation, if there's a pop here and you get this move, this is still where they want to come for the day. So it's just whether they let it happen. Before lunch, running out of time. Running out of time. You're in at that red line. That red line at the chart is point of control. Which VIX am I watching? Just this one here. Just the normal VIX. I'll watch it on a 5-minute though, or a 10-minute. Just go to all TVC, VIX CFD. That's what you need. I think there's more downside pressure coming. Big battleground. Lots of buyers stuck in this. Buyers from 70 to 80 stuck. Some more buyers from 80 up to 86 stuck. A little imbalance above that. All the time we're protecting basically 86. I think there's more downside action in this. Obviously, you're coming into a volume shelf, but my bias remains lower for the session. That was nothing more than a squeeze out, enticing market buyers, trying to pop some short stops so that they can reprice against it. And until it proves otherwise, that's how I'm reading the tape. That's what I think is happening in this move. This is why we called a relief to be sold into. Go back and rewind it. Here's your previous day value area low. This is your key level now. If they sell under this, I think there's a strong chance that you can get a new low of day into those 470s, 480s that we've talked about all day long. All right, but if they hold this, they can build out more liquidity here for a while. My bias remains the bottom of the green box. Definitely the green line and the bottom of the green box. Now, can't remember who said, what is this market? Why is it doing this? Hopefully this is making sense to you now. It might be your first time joining here, but this is how the market moves. It can't just move one way all day long, right? So this squeeze up, right? This encourages buyers to come in. This pops short stops. This is all market buying. It gets paired off with sell orders who are passive, and we try to complete the rotation. This is your TP1, TP2s, and TP3s if you're in this. Welcome, Tracy. Sorry, I just see that now. More buyers stuck in this last candle again. Lots of aggressive buying at the top side of this candle again. I would say as long as you protect 85 to 90, I would say downside pressure can remain in this market. If buyers cannot reclaim 85 to 90, they are caught offside on that squeeze up. That's what I would say right now. And my bias would be for previous day low and New York session low. It's been the bias all day. I couldn't have made it clearer. If we let go of this volume, this is where we're coming to. Yeah, AB, there's a course. Everything's on my website. Everything, all the links down below, my friend. All the links are down below. Flowzonetrader.com. You want to do, if you want to do the main course, you want to do the beginner to the advanced course, 20-hour course, and then there's a new order flow course also coming in January if I can't get it out before, and any member will get that significantly cheaper than to the general public. And with the course, you also get the flow zones, and you also get access to the Discord for life. Again, make sure you like how I trade and how I teach first. Not here to hard sell you. Here you go. Sell through now. So selling through that volume, like I said, you know my bias. I'm not going to say it any more times today. You know what I think is going to happen. Hopefully this all makes sense. The most important thing is that it makes sense to you, what I've given you today. You have to understand why we do this, why this is probable, why I don't think that this is a long and it's a short squeeze that gets sold into. All it is about liquidity. This is one big game of who can I catch offside, right? Or who do you think got caught offside? We don't short at lows, right? Where are we shorting? Squeeze outs. Why are we shorting squeeze outs? Because people get exuberant. They're like, oh, we're going to go all the way back up. Because Tuesday and Monday we went all the way back up, so we're going to do the same today. No. Very different market conditions today. Very, very different market conditions today. Here you go, folks. Another gift for you. Gift number 3 on stream. There you go. So I'd be looking now, your cover points, right? If you want to take one there, but I think you're coming into this. Green line here and this down here. I think that is probably where the market wants to go, because that's how it will inflict max pain on anyone who's been buying this market in a New York session this week. If we take out for the edge of this, whatever this is, 455, right? We take out 455, every single buyer from this week will be stopped out. This is why I get upset, guys, on stream. You see me get passionate, because you will not see what I've just given you from anyone else. I absolutely guarantee you. Maybe from a couple of the guys on Ninja Trader, but not from these guys making millions out of you, selling you inverse fair value gap bullshit. All right? Because they would have gone, oh, yes, we're going back to highs. Shut up, man. And that's why I get annoyed when I spend my time to help, especially when I've had a shitty morning. Just be polite. It doesn't cost anything to be polite. I don't need thank yous. I don't need pleases. I don't need anything. Just be quiet. If you're not going to be nice, just be quiet. Christine, oh my God, thank you so much. You saved my accounts. Were you red on the day? Were you in trouble? I mean, I know that the biggest and best trader out there blew up all his accounts this morning trying to long the dip. Did I tell you to long once today? Have I told you to be a buyer in this market today? No, I have not. Okay, so going to probably come and test this area of volume here. All right, so liquidity grabbed here. They're going to come up to here, and they will want to remain that heavy to come down into this. All right. I wouldn't be adding any more short positions on. Obviously, you're losing location. You're losing location. Remember, initial balance was what, 220 points today, and we've traded another, I don't know, 60. We've traded 300 points downside today. So ideally, we get into these. You don't want to see this reclaim. This would be ugly if they reclaim that. How long to lunch? 10 minutes into lunch. Very, very risky now. I'd like to just see this complete the rotation so that you will make your money and be done for the day, because I don't think you want to be sitting here in the afternoon once we've taken out those low-hanging fruits. Yeah, we had big sell orders here at 11.25 this morning, right into 30s. So let's see if those stay heavy. We can see if we can see them on the book. They're going to come back in. Here they are on the book here. So here this morning, we had big sell orders. It might look like a 3-lot. It's lot, 233 lot. And we sold through the big absorption. This is where the absorption happened. So you don't want to see this reclaim where we absorbed here earlier. You want to see this reject. If you're a seller, you sold this, All right, you want to see this reject this volume where they tried to absorb it earlier. You want to see these buyers who haven't stopped out become sellers. If they reclaim this, I would be done with it, honestly. If they sell against this, I think you get your target. No. You might well be right. How do I say your name? Prisky and John +4. You might well be right, but I'm not here to farm engagement. I don't give a shit. If you're rude, you're fucking out. I'm not giving my time. I don't care. I'd rather have a small YouTube full of nice people than a big YouTube full of assholes. But I hear what you're saying. Okay, VIX just took out previous day high again, pulling back from it. These are the levels. It's got to hold this for you to sit in this short. This grey box where that volume is. Shorts need to protect that for new low of day. Failing to protect that, you will get a squeeze out. All right, failing to protect that, you will get a squeeze out. But I would like to see that protected if you all. Would be nice, wouldn't it? How long till lunch? Do they? I'd love to see them just complete the rotation before lunch. You don't really want to be sat in this into lunch on low volume. You'd like to just see it, just take it all out. Good selling here on that last pop into volume. You can see that last spike up. Good selling there. You need follow through now. It's the edge of value from 2 days ago. Green line, come on. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, they got so close. Pretty dirty. Missing it by 10 points. That's pretty dirty. I still think they come under it down here. So, you know, if they don't do it now, they can do it this afternoon. They can do it tomorrow. I'm fairly confident they are going to do it. It's a question of when. Short's still in control here. There you go. So protecting that volume. And they just need some follow through. If they can't get follow through, they'll get caught. But you should. There is a target they will want to go for. Let me just check. One thing I haven't checked is the ETFs. Is there a discrepancy there? No. QQQ hasn't taken it either. Very close. Spiders miles away. I did reject PDC on spiders though. Spiders keep finding a bid on yesterday's IB high. Something to be aware of there. Definitely need to be aware of that. Spiders are finding a bid on yesterday's PDH where we have structure, so want to be careful. I would not hold this too long beyond lunch. You'd want to see this move happen before lunch. What you don't want is a short covering rally into lunch. You don't want to be giving back all your hard-earned profits this morning from trading well because the short say we want to go and have a beer. We don't want to sit in it, so let's close our positions. That's not what you want to see. So again, all I'd say is manage your positions, make sure your stops are in the money, manage your expectations. Ideally, it does it for you. If it doesn't do it, so be it. I can't control the market. I know what it wants to do, but if they don't do it, you can potentially get a short covering rally. And we are just sat between the 5-day and 20-day. So we're in that mean reversion period. Like the location now, I would not be putting any more risk on either side here. As the 5-day, 20-day start to sort of flatten out. What are we doing on the Bollinger Bands? Miles away. Yeah, 5-day has crossed 20-day now as well. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Okay, back to volume. Be very careful into lunch here, folks. Be very, 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 very careful. If they reclaim this for a short covering squeeze into lunch, you don't want to give back your day. And they can be violent. If they're just like, hey, we're going to lunch, just be careful. Like I said, manage your positions. More buyers caught here again. Look, yeah, this is the old level. 50 to 64, 66 is. I'd say now or never for these shorts. 2 minutes left to lunch, now or never. They've got to do the move now, really. I wouldn't be holding this through lunch personally. Sometimes they do give it over lunch, but I just wouldn't be holding it through lunch personally. I'd be looking for this flush to happen now. It's a good rejection. It's a really strong rejection. Just see if you can get downside here. Come on, give it to the team, please. Be nice. Give it to the team. Be nice to them. They've been very patient. You just want it under 500. Under 500 is gonzo. 510 to sort of 505 is an imbalance. Through there is gonzo. They've protected it so far. Monday wick or previous day low to set the market order for long. I'd be very careful with that, Peter. I don't think this is the same market as the last few days. Because you've had a failed breakout now. Yeah, so the last few days. All right, here's Monday's range. Okay, held the low, walked up. Tuesday, we trade in towards Monday's range low. Walked it up. This, though, is a look above the range and fail. That is a failed breakout. The momentum is very strong because buyers are trapped at the highs. I would be very cautious about trying to bid this market up because there's nothing to say we don't come down into the gap. Momentum is very strong downside after we've caught buyers at the highs. It's a very different market to the day before where all we did in New York session, right, was open up within range. Tuesday, we opened up within range. We drifted down. We protected the edge and we bid up. This is a failed break. So if you're going to bid here, where's your stop? Because if they slice through these levels, which is what I think they want to do, we can come back down to the gap or to these levels down here. So 525s, 340s, 350s, gap starts at 320s all the way down to 230s. Now, I don't say necessarily we do that today, but all I'm suggesting is if you're trying to bid against it, it's a very, very risky trade. The last few, if I was a buyer, like I've maintained all day, if I wanted to be a buyer today, I would have wanted to see that hold. 2-leg, this hold, and that. We didn't get that. We got a failed breakout. We got a first red day. Signals are very different, right? So, I mean, you do you. I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Daniela, caught a good move on my personal account, missed trading the fundeds today, but green anyway. Well done, Daniela. All that matters is just learning and locking in, right? Learning and locking in. Info risk, yeah, because the chips are heavy. Right, look at the breadth of the market. The breadth of the market's been awful, but actually more recently, we've started to rotate into the other names. So, see if it'll let me put this on here. All right, so if we have a look, all right, this is all tech. Look at what's red today. Meta, Google, Tesla, AMD, WMT, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Oracle, Palantir, Apple, all right? These are all the big players in the NQ. What are the big players in the ES outside of this? Hello, JPM, right? JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, Eli and Lilly, UNH, healthcare getting a bump, financials getting a bump, rotation into some other names, basics getting a bump. All right, so when tech's heavy and we rotate into others, this is when you get divergences. Why NQ has relative weakness today versus the other names, which is why we want to be short NQ. Don't want to be looking to long the indice with relative weakness, right? Where is the gap on this chart? You mean the new week opening gap? Friday's close was 25,226, and that Sunday open was 25,318. So you can just call it 320 to 230 is a gap. Yeah, did I just do that? 320 to 230 is a gap, right? Liquidity void there. They might well protect the top of that gap. I still think this is going to come, but it's just you've run out of time now, folks. We're into lunch. No worries, man. I'll give this 5 minutes just to see if you get that flush down for you. I'm not going to do giveaways today, folks. I'm too annoyed. I'm too annoyed with people today. We'll save it for a stream where people turn up and are polite. Most of you still here are good people. Don't get me wrong, but not fun being talked to like that. Still trap buyers. Every pop-up is trapping market buyers up there, even small size. Yeah, you're into a tricky level. You want to... I would have wanted to see this follow through before lunch because your risk profile is getting worse and worse, right? But I would want to see this and this taken before lunch, ideally. It's hard. Now you have to sit in it in lunch, and we're at a sensitive level here, right? Sensitive level, sensitive level, sensitive level, sensitive level, right? These are your levels. So if they reclaim this, you rotate in between these. If they fail this, really we should come down here. They should have done it already. And my worry would be that if you were a short seller over lunch or into lunch, if you've sold short up here and here and here and here and here, and we haven't completed that, what are you going to do when you go into lunch? You're probably like, just take the position off, and this is what opens up the squeeze outs into lunchtime. And that's why I like these moves to happen before lunch, because if they want to go and get a burger and a beer, right, if they're like, well, let's just cover, even if they cover 40% of their position, it's enough liquidity when we're thin over lunch to get a squeeze out. So that's why I'd just be cautious in managing your positions. Frustration level 1 million right now. Alright, so you're starting to see a bit of covering here, folks. I'm probably done for the day. Calling it a day, folks. Yeah, like I said, I'd be very cautious into lunchtime. This is what happens. You get thin on liquidity and they can move it around when they cover. I'll be back tomorrow. I tell you what, though, I'm going to be real honest with you. If there's too much more bullshit, the streams will just stop. So I'll leave it with you guys. If you're watching this and you're one of the people who's rude, you don't appreciate what you get to learn here for free, you will just get in the way of other people, because I will just block the stream and it would be for members only. I've got no problem doing that whatsoever. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Either be polite and turn up and be here to learn and be here to have fun and discuss, or go and annoy someone else, because all you're going to do is ruin it for everyone. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't want to turn off the comments. I either want to be here or I'm going to do it privately. It makes no difference to me, folks. It really makes no difference to me. All right, team. Big love, everyone. Everyone in Discord, I'll see you in there shortly. And everyone else, behave yourselves, use hard stops. Don't be fighting the market. Take care.